Dude, I lost an hour. I was laughing so hard. I lost an hour of work. It was the funniest shit in the world.
You're talking about the original tweet, right? Ever since
the original tweet.
Yeah.
I know, dude. I'm at work like a lot of the time. I'm posting just because I have like a joke of a fucking job, and like it was the same. I was laughing for like an hour fucking straight, and there's like people coming in. There's like people coming in like confused while I'm laughing, and I can't just say it's because some like fucking autistic like consultant just said the hard R. So that someone just like gave the most arousing statement on race relations for a fucking generation.
Captain Obvious, man, that face, I don't know, that's what really sealed it for me. I was
oh my god
damn. He's our Messiah.
The Hotep edit had me crying.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
That shit was fast as fuck.
Yeah.
These sickos just wait for these moments. They're on deck.
A lot of sickos on every side.
Some bad
Oh my god. I mean, should we just jump into it, talk about the tweet since we're already here?
Oh my god, that's so much. We'd have to.
Who wants to say it?
We
Who wants to say the word?
Oh, we should read it. All right, I'll read it. I'll read it. I think I've got the. I think I've got the credentials. Given my, considering my experience, I think I'm gonna tweet.
So I'm at Slaboid T.
All right, this is Shit Spouter 37.
I'm Spicy Boy at He Who's Spicy.
This is Black.com pilled.
This is the Fed Post.
We'll figure it out after. You didn't say your name. You didn't say your name though.
Yeah, everybody.
That's what I'm saying. This
is a nightmare.
Dude, what are Fabi? Fabi, what are you on right now? Keep it real with me. What are you on?
Hey, bro.
I'm on Yingling and fucking the wax pen.
That's it. Ketamine dude is on the wax pen and Yingling. That's it. Okay.
Dude
is Jesus.
Yes.
All right, Fabi, say your fucking name.
Yeah, what's your rank? What's your who's your commanding officer?
Hey man, I'm Battaglia, fucking lieutenant number 2. Suck on my fucking dick, man.
God, these fucking Italians. This is the last time we let fucking Italians on, aside from COH.
Whoa,
he's one example.
All right. And then
Hey.
And then Drew, would you like to introduce yourself?
Okay, yeah. I'm Drew at AO Cummies on Twitter. That is the correct way of pronouncing it. It's not AOC Cummies. AO Cummies.
No, this is alcohol is objectively a better drug than all the rest of the things you just named. Getting shit done. All right, Drew. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Perfect.
Fabi didn't even say he still hasn't said his fucking name. This fucking idiot. Yo, say your fucking name.
Just on alcohol.
I'm fucking retarded. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Wait. Run it from the top, like straight.
Oh my god. Yo. He's Dylon. He's Dylon at the music studio. Like, yo, run that back. Get it from the top.
We gotta be able to get the rednecks. And I'm sorry that I'm about to say this.
All right. I need a beer. Hold on.
Wait. Hold up.
All right. I'll read the quote now.
No. Don't do
okay.
it.
Sure. Talk. Captain Obvious, right? Captain Obvious. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We won't win against the oligarchs unless we unite rednecks and parentheses. So sorry. Hope this is okay. If it's not, I'll delete this.
Part.
Niggers. It's from Captain Obvious 616. Rose emoji.
Rose emoji.
Rest in power, King.
Can we make the fucking whatever it is picture for this episode?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Like a white hotep god.
Specifically the word. Oh,
No, this man, he's a hero and he died a martyr, and
Mhm.
you know we honor his name.
God.
Captain Obvious.
The libs got to him.
Yeah, they were mad because he was stating the obvious, and you know it's just fucked up that he died like that.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
man, dude, the fucking just replies in there that were just all of these people, like all the people that read that shit and then immediately like, oh, all right, well, here I go into the replies to tell you that it's not okay, and then to at all of my friends who are following him. Like the level of fucking is just
Oh yeah, that shit.
narcissism.
That shit was
Psycho.
like,
Psycho
yo,
shit.
pathetic.
Dude,
But
they're
that is-
cops.
Yeah, and no, yeah. I mean, it's literally the whole meme of like, you know, guys. I think Hitler's a bad guy. I think he should be canceled. Like, it's like that type of energy. It's like, yo, what the fuck is your problem? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how are you gonna react like that? How are you gonna take it that serious? How could you read that shit and have a serious response to it? I don't know how you could. I don't know how you could. You gotta have autism like him or
Someone,
something. I don't know.
If someone added me underneath that post, I'd just be like, "Yo, good looks, bro. Thanks for making sure I didn't miss a banger." Like,
Hey, thanks. Hey, thanks. You knew I'd like this. I'm gonna retweet it now.
Dude, the best part about all
that's
that
how you curate
is-
the timeline.
Yeah. I love how he tweeted, like, let me know if I should delete this. And then it was like 8 hours later, and he's just still tweeting all throughout all the shit. He's just completely fucking ignoring it. It's just so funny.
That's so based. That's the most based.
Like yesterday morning, but I don't know where, somewhere in the replies, the night it was tweeted, like when I was working on the video, he had a reply to someone where he was like, you know what, like this is too much. I'm just gonna log off for the weekend and just like remove the negative energy. And I was like, King, you fucking do that shit.
Yes.
You've earned this weekend to yourself.
Absolutely, self-care.
And then I looked at it and I was like, bro, log
Dude,
off.
this might actually like be like a lesson in like I might need to adjust what I was saying earlier about how we can't build coalitions with like these like lib roast Twitter people like like at a certain
Some
point
of
like
them we can.
actually I know exactly like him like being like, oh, I need like a mental health break. We're all just like, you know, dude, like you do you, like we'll accept this lib bullshit. She just doesn't delete it. An absolute fucking god among men.
He did delete it though. He did delete it though.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, but, well, it
Oh
was like-
yeah.
there's like
Oh,
12.
faggot.
No, no. I think either he deleted his account or he got
Yeah.
suspended.
No, I think he deactivated. That's what I mean, he might have been suspended.
Yeah, he could have been deactivated.
I hope he deactivated because that means he can come back.
So the tweet will live on.
I wanted to follow him and he deactivated.
The tweet will live on. I think if he comes back. But yeah, I thought he deleted the tweet. I was like, yo, that's some pussy shit, bro. You gotta put your nuts on that shit. Come on, man. Like, yeah, an apology in the middle of the tweet. Nah, man. Nah.
That was the
Don't back
only
down.
flaw. That was
Don't
the
back down.
only- like if you go back and look at that tweet, like that tweet is immaculate. Aside from the apology, the pre-apology.
No, the pre-apology is like one of the funniest parts.
It
Definitely.
in terms
For
of
us.
posting, like everything about it was great except for that. If he had just come in big dick energy, like rednecks, you know, drop that shit, like full respect, like would have been about it, would have been here for it.
No, it makes it funny for us. But yeah, if it's a political statement, which I think it is, I read it as a political statement. I think you should just, you know, put your nuts on it. That's what I think.
He sure wasn't
Yeah,
saying it as a
yeah.
joke.
What was it I said? I was like, the substance is good. The delivery could use some workshopping.
That was
Dude,
a perfect.
he just went for it, man. Like you gotta respect it.
Bro, he tweeted this at 9:44 a.m.
Yo.
Had his coffee, sat down, and said, "You know what, boys? Today I got it. I'm doing hours today."
He had that in the drafts for weeks. He's like, you know, tinkering away.
It's a good day to die. There's a noise you can make with your mouth. Like there's a word in our language you can say that basically invalidates you and renders you like a heretic and can be complete. Like that is something that on its face should be examined and
You know what
like
that word
not
is?
discounted.
It's base. Anywhere in public. If you say based in public, you are a fucking autistic internet. Like, don't say based in person, please. Like, if you're listening to this, like, just don't do it.
Oh my god!
Words
Everyone
that
should
you
start
can't
saying the
say.
N-word more.
well-
Say the N-word more. Say based less.
We'll wrap up this because I'm trying
That's
to
the
get,
proper
Yeah,
calibration.
yeah.
I'm trying to get below.
Yeah.
But to close out this, I think it's a huge discussion. It's something I've been thinking about for years. But I think the tricky part is sort of like acknowledging that the use of the word is dehumanizing, and that's sort of like the primary.
Bro, I can't take this shit serious, bro. Come on, this is a ridiculous tweet. I cannot sit here and like do a deep dive.
Yeah.
Yo, you gotta stop. Nah, you gotta stop. I can't do this shit. I gotta cut it off. No way. Like, dude, come on. Like, I'm sitting here listening, like, yo, trying to think, like, trying to activate some brain. I turned my brain off like an hour ago. I'm trying to like sit here and think, like, yo. Is this something? Nah.
On some real shit, can we just restart the pod all from the top? Like, have 2 pods.
But keep
like,
the part
You
where
want me to read it 3 times? Yeah, he wants me to edit it so that there's 3 times where I say the word, like back to back, just 3 times.
All right.
That's just gonna be the whole pod. It's just that word clipped
Hold up.
on the
Wait,
cycle.
let's have a pod where like,
CRK
an
inward
introductory-
compilation.
And then,
Hey, CRK, I just want to say really fast. I'm so sorry that we didn't center you more in that conversation.
Yeah. I feel like off center.
I think a lot of white podcast hosts, and I know that must be hard for you, and I know you're sitting there dealing with it in silence, but I can tell.
Only one with lived experience.
Well, in conclusion, Captain Obvious is based.
Oh no! Get the fuck out of here!
Yeah, I gotta boot spicy. I don't want to do this, but I have to. I mean, it's not up to me.
Give us a
All right,
great,
moving on.
give us a great tweet.
fuck. Wait, COH.
What?
COH. We haven't even gotten your skull analysis.
Oh yeah, we'll get there. You mean on Kyle Rittenhouse?
Yeah, the shooting's later. We'll get to there.
Yeah, I mean, just take a look at his skull. I mean, really take a look at it. You can see he's got the low set eyes, forward facing cute angle. So you can tell if you look at that skull, it's just, I mean, what does it look like to you, male or female? Obviously female, easily detectable MTF action, but he's really more so FTM. But that's the thing, the mainstream media, they only are going to promote what they create, which is going to be these sickos like Kyle.
Facts. He looks like a white John Legend, however the fuck you say his name.
Yeah,
the skull
absolute
structure.
fucking sicko. Yeah, no shit. Obviously, they come a dime a dozen.
Jesus fucking
We
Christ.
have to explain Islam. This motherfucker just dropped like a Twin Towers video. Like, what?
Elevator
I
pitch
have,
me.
I don't know why all these people like my Twitter account. I think y'all are way funnier than me, quite honestly. But I think that people are attracted to someone who's on Twitter for 15 hours a day, brain dumping. And I have I think 15 people now who have accounts dedicated to me, which is wild to me.
Who said that they'll kill in your name, right?
Yeah, they'll kill in my name. And I'm going to make a commune in Texas. I'm going to invite them out. And it's going to be better than 30 dudes because we're actually going to kill women and other things like that.
Talk
So,
that shit. Yeah.
Wow, parody. That's parody.
Yeah.
The king.
Wait, so
My translation of the 7 seals.
how do you do that shit where you got your tweets dropping in the middle? You said you had some scheduled tweets. How do you do that?
Yeah, so if you go on desktop Twitter, you can schedule tweets, and I do that as well because I'm so fucking addicted to that
my
site.
god, yo, you need help. You're a sicko, yo. These people are sick.
No, this is a very high level of posting, and you guys just aren't ready for the future.
The most I'll go between tweets is an hour. I have one scheduled for every hour I sleep, and I wake up to 100 notifications, and I want that dopamine overload as soon as I wake up.
Holy fucking shit, dude! You said you spin the wheel. Every time you spin the wheel, you get 20 notifications.
Yeah, honestly, every time I open my phone, I'm looking at it right now, I have 20 plus.
All right, so say you're out in the woods and you got no phone How long would you last before you fucking, just snap? Are you that
48
dependent?
hours. Oh yeah, I'm addicted to it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, unironically, not to dive too deep into it, but I'm not really joking when I say that's kind of all I have. Like, I mean, I'm in an apartment by myself basically all day, working a work from home job, and you all know what it's like in quarantine. So I use Twitter as my primary socialization, and saying it out loud is really autistic. And I feel, I don't know, but
well, now the white coats are gonna run into the room and take you away. No, I feel you. I totally.
I think there's a time for sincere discussion. I think it's easier when it's not just posting online, like like voice chat is it. Yeah, it becomes easier. So. Nothing wrong with that. Much like being gay, which is pretty similar to this. There's nothing wrong with it.
Those are my favorite.
Nothing wrong with being gay.
My favorite.
I'm not gay, but there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, my favorite Drew responses are where he's like, somebody's like, "Yo, you're simping like it's disgusting right now. This is like a new low," and Drew's just like, "This is all I have, bro." Those are my favorite responses because it's like it's mad true, and I can feel that. I'm like, "Yo, I feel that shit. I feel that personally. Like I feel that." But it's still fucking hilarious, obviously. But it's like, yeah, those are my favorite ones. So, you go to that a lot. That works. Yeah. It works a lot.
I mean, it's all for fun. I try to just be funny on the timeline. I think my favorite poster is Mio My Apple Pie. That dude's literal god.
Banger
after
the
banger.
Menace.
Dude, we had him on the pod, and he talks in tweets. That shit blew my mind. He talks in tweets.
Cool shooter.
That shit was crazy.
He's a genius.
No, he's a savant. He's a savant. He's got the autism.
Posting Menace, friend of the show, high level poster. Absolutely.
He's got access to the account now.
Him and Thomas, Lino Killer.
Oh, yeah. He was the one that was getting that hate about talking about if you spend $500 at Hooters, you should get to kill one of the girls.
Yeah.
That's so retarded fucking joke.
Wait,
yeah, it was hilarious. The discourse was retarded around that.
Yeah. People are innocent, like, bro, you're disrespecting sex workers. And then sex workers were like, bro, fuck you. Hooters workers aren't sex workers.
and then there's like third parties. They're like, I don't think you should enforce. Were you the one that? It's like I don't think you should.
Yeah. Don't gatekeep sex work.
It's like probably someone who like works at like Starbucks talking to someone who's like sucking dick for dime bags, and they're like, I don't think you should gatekeep this line of work.
COH is the gatekeeper for hotepology, sex work. He's the guy. He's the guy.
Phrenology.
Yeah, I keep my finger on the pulse.
Skull analysis.
Skull analysis.
Yeah, transvestigations.
It's a relatively new field.
Well, so I wanted to try to get to like a real topic, which we can.
We're
not uploading this shit. I hope you know we're not uploading.
The episode is
going on our Patreon.
Yeah, you gotta pay. This is behind a paywall. You gotta pay up for this.
Do it.
The debut.
Do it. I promise you, do it.
Straight up, like we were getting our shit together. We were getting our shit together and like having like well-informed, structured episodes, and then we just have you guys on again,
fucking retards,
and it's just bedlam. It's fucking bedlam. Okay, so this is a question for Drew.
Okay.
I'm a guy. I'm going on Twitter. I'm seeing stories, right? And comes across my feed, I think 2 days ago. Not Belle Delphine, the other Belle. She did a scam on OnlyFans. Who is this broad?
Thorne. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Drew, can you speak on that to our,
you're the
our
expert.
Listeners at home?
You're the expert on that. So,
what's the deal with this broad?
So she got $2 million in a week from her OnlyFans, but the real issue was she promised a nude for $200 if you paid, and she didn't deliver. And first of all, I want to clear the air on Bella Thorne. You can literally Google Bella Thorne nudes, and there's like 50 fucking pictures out there. Just so everyone who's listening to this podcast
I'm about to do it right now.
All that shit's fucking free. There's
BRB.
everything in the world that you want, but because of that, they had to do so many refunds. but they changed the payout policy on OnlyFans to like a monthly model instead of weekly, I think. And all of the sex workers on OnlyFans or whatever started crying, talking about how she ruined the model for them, and she was gentrifying sex work. And how white people always do shit like that. And then of course there's people saying that
didn't gentrify sex work enough.
But that was basically the discourse. I mean, they were getting like 150K likes, 200K likes. And shilling their like black, trans, queer, OnlyFans in the mentions. And that was the discourse.
This bitch's nudes are the 5th link down if you Google search it.
Yeah.
You don't need to spend money, King. Don't do it. Save that money for yourself.
That's
just don't see anything wrong with what she did for real. Like, I mean, I don't see why all these OnlyFans people are getting mad at her, because like she's just doing the same shit y'all are doing. She's getting the bag. Really, obviously, it's the fucked up corporation that is selling all your nudes and shit. That's changing all the policy. That's fucking you over with your money, and it's not anything to do with Bella Thorne. It's because the fucking website and corporation's not set up to deal with it correctly, and it's like. Yeah, well, just fucked up. Like,
this is what people mean when they say a decadence critique in like threads and everything, right? Is that it's like it's the central assumption of like the Elizabeth Warren campaign was like, it's not the system, it's bad actors operating freely within the system that's bad, and like. Right, it's the corruption as opposed to, and so like this is the only way they would ever fucking discuss any of this critically, is to have it be like an instance of like corruption and just taking advantage of the system, which like in itself is a way of manufacturing consent for the fucking economic realities in itself, because we just call her character into question and just have like 3 news cycles and like the take mills running for a couple of weeks of just tearing her down and attacking her, and then again like just the capitalist realism of that, right? Like everything just keeps churning away as it does, and this actually just creates the illusion of like armor for any actual future hopes of questioning how like everything you were just saying about how just like not just the fucking platform itself, or even just the act of fucking sex work in our fucking class structure now, like it's just all fucking bullshit to begin with. But of course, that's not it. It's this fucking stupid cunt who's like, I don't even know.
Like, let's be, put our nuts on the table, right? Like, there were a lot of,
they haven't left the table, Spicy.
Well, however you feel about it, like there were a lot of OnlyFans creators who might have switched to their primary income being OnlyFans, and they took a hit from this because of the refund policy that was a product of Bella Thorne's thirst trap, right?
Yeah.
But that is not on her. It's slash experiment, right? She was dipping her toes in, right? And we respect our queens, but that's not her fault. That's a product of the platform itself. And that's where the critique needs to go. It's not, I don't care about her apology. It's what is the platform doing, right? And nothing's been demanded of the platform, right? So if anybody's been fucked over by this, it's not Bella Thorne. It's OnlyFans, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's the content creators.
Yeah. I mean, it's the people who produce it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The company is fucked, but fuck them.
Yeah.
So Drew, you paid and then you didn't get it. You started the movement, right? You started
like, give me my
mobilized.
money back.
You mobilized the Drooligans.
we're talking to the man in the center of the story. This is a breaking interview.
Yeah, that's why we brought you on.
Drew's the king. He brought down OnlyFans.
The best thing about my Twitter account is I can literally tweet, hey, does anyone have X nudes or whatever, or something like that? And someone will DM it to me. And
all those fucking sickos.
Yeah, all those.
You're drunk on power, Drew. You need bro. You need to you need to check yourself, bro.
But on a more serious note with OnlyFans, I think it's interesting that we're talking about this refund policy when they have another policy that was in the headlines a couple months ago, where they pay OnlyFans content creators 10% of what the people that they get on the site make. So it's like this pyramid scam type thing, ultimately, where you groom women online to get them to make OnlyFans and use your referral code. And I think that should be more discussed in general, the fact that you incentivize getting other people, even minors, to eventually make an OnlyFans so you can get 10% of what they make. and just keeps going
Multi-level
up.
marketing.
Oh yeah, we were talking about
Yeah.
that Ponzi scheme shit on
That
the
shit,
other episode.
Drew?
Yeah.
Okay.
But, I mean, that's like a horrible thing that's going on. That's way more systemic because we're going on social media. We're normalizing, quite honestly, whoring yourself out online. And there's nothing wrong with that. I love women on the internet that are naked.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with OnlyFans. It's
Nothing
not
wrong
my
with
journey.
that.
It's
Not my
okay.
journey.
Nothing wrong
For
with
like Hobbs.
Arm flex.
I mean, I
emoji.
don't have an OnlyFans. I don't have an OnlyFans.
Mm-mm.
But there's
Well,
nothing
it's not for
wrong
me.
with not having nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not
I mean-
for us. You know.
Shout out to Hobbs, our boy, who's off Twitter, but he had a somewhat viral tweet about this on, grooming women to get on OnlyFans. And that was when we were talking about like age gap discourse, which goes in and
Right.
out of the discourse every fucking month. And it's extremely
Every
tiring.
fucking day.
But he was 100% right, where you'll have these like 19 to 23-year-old women who like kind of prey on 16 to 17-year-old women and start telling them they should
Nice.
make an OnlyFans when they turn 18 and use your referral code. And I think that's the most disgusting behavior imaginable.
Epic.
Disgusting, but like when they drop that ad,
But you'll see like tweets. It's like, hey, my 18th birthday is in 7 days. I'm gonna make my OnlyFans, and like that's just the most
Yeah.
depressing shit.
God.
Yeah,
Like, it's just-
yeah.
Can't wait till
You're
my
already
18th
committing yourself to
birthday.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm
I mean,
waiting,
what-
and I marked
I mean,
the calendar.
what
I'm
a
waiting.
year. What a year.
Oh my
Is
god.
Is it e-girl time?
Girl time. Drew.
The fucking shrine of external hard drives of Nico.
Folder after folder. I do have a folder dedicated to Nico on my phone and my computer. I have like her TikTok saved. I have gifts of her saved.
You fucking king.
I love her, dude.
King.
She's perfect. She's in my city too. I'm still trying to track down her
Really?
location.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
she's in my city. So like,
God.
every time she
Bro.
posts a picture, I like kind of like try to figure out the apartment complex. I have a
Yo.
general. Maybe I shouldn't say this.
Drew is doing the only
Drew-
legitimate form of triangulation. He's like,
this is real life. This is Jerusalem. Fucking Nico fandom.
I've got it almost figured out. That's all I say.
Drew is the plane,
God,
and the
dude.
towers is her shared location. Oh, yo, e-girls be wildin'. That's all I'm gonna say.
E-girls do be wildin'.
E-girls be wildin'.
I think it's mainly because of the pandemic. Ultimately, I mean, they've always been whores online. There's always been that. But and I mean that in a respectful way. Only referencing my tweet the other day. I love women posting nudes, but I think in particular with everyone being so isolated and living at home, working from home, it's ramped up to another level in general, and which is perfect for people who consume that material. But ultimately, I think it's kind of sad, and it's not just an e-girl thing. I think just being a horny online type thing. We're not supposed to really interact this way. I mean, it's cool and all, but like we're supposed to be having fulfilling relationships with people.
Yeah.
and like that's it.
Real life doesn't exist anymore, so Twitter is like the best thing we have to simulate like real life public conversations.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like in real time.
yeah.
And it's like fucking no, like it's not working at all. Like it's just simp armies.
That's all I really got to say on that.
I feel that shit. Like, so, live pandemic. I got exposed to Corona like a week. So I got a call last week on Sunday night. I was meeting up with a coworker who just moved home to I think Missouri. So we were getting dinner, and somebody from my company called me or texted me. And she's like, "Hey, I need to talk to you. Like, it's super, super serious." So I called her, and she was like, "Hey, you got exposed to Corona. Like, you're going to be out of the business for a little bit. Like, get a test. Let me know. We'll figure it out." And I've been at home for the past week. And
Based.
like, yeah, this shit fucking
Shout
sucks.
out.
Like,
Shout
I'm
out
literally,
Corona.
yeah, like I'm literally on my, like I don't want, I'm at home right now. I don't want to expose my parents to that shit. My dad's like fucking neurotic. I don't want to put him through that stress on top of what he's dealing with. And like, I've just been sitting in my room for the past week, and my only interaction is online. And like, it took 2 days. My sleep schedule's fucked. And just like everything about it. It's like, like I feel like when Corona started, like, everybody was bunkered down and it was kind of like caught up in the hype. But like, this shit is not sustainable. And I'm grateful. I'm genuinely grateful because like for work, I have to go into a store. Like I work in retail and like, you know, to a degree that fucking sucks because like, you know, I deal with bougie bitches all day and they, you know, it's Karen City up in there. So when I have to deal with it, it's kind of going through it. But like,
same here.
But you have your coworkers who you get to like talk to and be in a community with and feel embedded. And like when Drew's talking about being isolated at home every fucking day, every fucking week. Yeah, like this shit fucking sucks. Like my sleep schedule is fucked. Like I'm not happy. Like I don't have people to talk to, and like this shit's not healthy.
Yeah,
so, like I completely hear you on that shit.
Isolation.
Yeah, you know, I'm a complete recluse. Like I don't like being around people. I really don't fucking like it. I don't like.
We know that.
Yeah. Yeah, you can probably tell by me calling my followers retards every day. Like, I don't fucking like being around people. I don't fucking like that shit. So it's like, yeah, I mean, even this, like, these are ideal conditions for me. I have an excuse not to fucking be around people that I'd rather not be around, that I'm forced to be around. So these are ideal for me. I like this shit. But obviously, this is not.
It's been working out fine for me, too.
This ain't cheap.
Yeah, but for normal people, this is not. People,
if you're trying to, especially if you're trying to get laid, this is not it, like at all.
No. This is not ideal. This is not humane shit at all,
bro. Reach.
But people are panic swiping on Tinder though, for real. Like especially right when COVID started happening. So you could kind of get for real.
Bare coochie, ma'am.
Bro,
there's the coochie.
Well, a big thing to me that I didn't mention before was like I'm in Brooklyn, and I'm in like places where there's like 5+ people, no mask, indoors, chilling. I'm in a bar. I'm bar hopping. You know, this bar's open now. I mean, they do it open. You know, you got to be in the backyard or whatever the fuck. Like, you just have to be in open air space. And then the social distancing rule disappears because you're in public. And you don't need to wear a mask. It's like a magical thing where, you know, if you're outdoors, you don't need to wear a mask, even if you're within 6 feet. But if you're indoors, oh my God, you need to wear a mask. Otherwise, you're perpetuating the pandemic. Obvious fucking stupid bullshit. But, you know, in Brooklyn, obviously, like, people are, you know, supposedly taking this serious. But I'm in places where, you know, meeting with people to play poker or to just drink or to do ketamine or whatever the fuck. Nobody gives a fuck about this shit. I'm in bars, people I've never met before, and nobody's wearing a fucking mask. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck about this shit. It's bullshit. And, you know, people I've heard from LA or whatever the fuck these other elite cities, they don't give a fuck about this shit. It's fucking bullshit. They don't care. And I can tell you, the elite don't care, right? And the elite people in these lib cities don't care. And they're criticizing these people in these red states like, oh, they're savages. They're not obeying the rules. And that's why we have this problem or whatever. And like, that's why our fatality rates are going down and blah, blah, blah. They'll say that, sure. But, you know, the people, that's them, right? The Park Slope people who are social distancing when they don't need to. But people in the hood here, outside on my block, are smoking weed outside with each other, and they're not social distancing. They're not doing any of that shit, and they're fine. They're fine. If it's as severe as they said it was, you won't need to scare anybody. They'll be scared on their own. You don't need to scare anybody. They'll be scared on their own. You don't need to apply any pressure. So, you know what I mean? Nobody gives a fuck now. So with all the pressure that they applied and nobody gives a fuck, what does that tell you? What the fuck does that tell you? That means it's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. And everybody knows it. I talk to people who are like Rogan fans. You know what I mean? Like Rogan fans who are like apolitical. You know what I mean? They're not part of the left. They've never been part of the left. They haven't really been a part of the right either. I mean, they're just like, they don't care about politics. And they're like, yo, this shit is bullshit. And, you know, the only people who really care, the only people who still care to this day, who are like, get indignant about it and really give a fuck, are libs. That's the only people who really care about this shit. So, you know what I mean? Like, and even the libs who lecture about it, I'm around them in their parties or in their apartments or in their bars or whatever that they own or whatever. And they don't even give a fuck. It's bullshit. I don't know how to say this, but like, it's bullshit. It's what I said from March. It's what I said from the jump. It's bullshit. It's about cover for the crash. It's about suppressing unrest. It's bullshit, and they're about to bring it back. They've already been saying
Wave 2. Wave 2.
I'll say real quick on behalf of all service workers, right? Because like I said, I'm in retail. If a bitch walks into my store without wearing a mask, like I don't care, right? She could be living in the most secluded place where she's not going to be exposed, right? Her wearing a mask means to me that she's not going to breathe in my face and potentially expose me, as minuscule as it might be. Because like if I'm going to die, it's not going to be over some bougie bitch who wants to buy a dress, right? So the only context in which I'm like, you got to wear a mask is like when, if I'm going to like the pizza place around the corner, I'm like, yo, I've been coming here since kindergarten, fucks with these dudes. I'm going to wear a mask because, however likely it is they might be exposed, whatever that likelihood is, I'm going to respect that because they're here trying to catch a paycheck and that's it. But like, that's it. When people are scolding on Instagram, when people are scolding fucking sitting at an outdoor bar, when people are scolding as we're walking on the street, all of that shit, miss me with it.
Facts.
Right?
Yeah, I mean that's like the patently
is if I'm engaging with you as an employee.
Yeah, I mean that's like a patently
person.
unlikable examples of all of it. Like to be fair, like everyone dislikes that shit. Like and like I'm wearing masks in shops because like I'm legally required to wear masks in shops. I just like I think like the meaningful thing is like I mean like why the fuck are like young people why is everybody still fucking quarantined? Why the fuck is shit not completely opened up yet, at the very least for people that aren't old people that are going to die? Why the fuck isn't that happening? I like go to the grocery store the other day and I see like some like young dudes buying like a bottle of Jameson from this old lady working at the checkout who has like a fucking spit guard helmet mask on that looks like a fucking welding mask, which to be fair was like a bit much, but like I don't fucking know. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, why isn't she quarantined?
Yeah,
and she can get the fucking unemployment insurance, and these young people can be fucking working. Yeah, like this is like Republican dad shit, but it's straight up like it's just fucking basic common sense.
It's
like
it's just like, why are we living in half quarantine? Like either have a fucking quarantine or don't have a goddamn quarantine. Just do one or the other.
It's a fucking and it's because it's
a hoax.
Because it's a fucking this is all a fucking disciplinary measure, and it's all the fucking it's disciplinary and fucking election year, just trying to tank a fucking re-election economy like further. Now as I'm saying this, I realize like a lot of people you see you think that like the crash is coming either way. I think that
it's being prolonged.
I think that this is compounding things. I think that like whether it was gonna be or not, it's pretty fucking clear. It's pretty fucking clear that like a re-election campaign or a re-election economy is out the window for Trump. So like he needs to rethink that, and I think that that's a big part of it, right? So like I don't know. I mean, it's just one big fucking terrorizing the American people shit, and another fucking it's just political. It's just fucking bullshit.
It's not just me that thinks it's planned, though. I mean, I have friends that work in J.P. Morgan. I have a lot of finance and investment banker friends, and a lot of these industries, they were chopping shit down, doing layoffs a year in advance. Yeah. And the yield curve for a lot of city budgets in New York and a lot of these cities already predicted a crash.
Info.
Yeah, they already predicted a crash.
So and what I'm saying, because I do think like regardless of the outcome of the election coming up, right? Like no, it's gonna be bad either way, and it was gonna be bad either way. I just think like if nothing else, I think that the total shutdown of the economy has definitely like created a way for them to like control exactly when it happens. And so yeah, I mean like. Places getting boarded the fuck up. Boarded the fuck up, and then we get to have that be the narrative for the election. If we had any doubts about when that was going to come,
how is it that anybody with half a brain knew that this crash was coming, and then it came, but it's because of COVID? How the fuck is that possible? How the fuck is that possible?
You get what I just said, right?
What you mean?
Just the fact that like it might like assuming that it was going to happen, right? Which we're in agreement on.
Pop that shit.
It still might not be. Oh yeah, got to get that LaCroix. It still might not be completely firm on like when everyone is predicting the crash comes, right? And so if nothing else, you can just go, all right, crash is coming. What we do is we drum something up to make it happen right now, as opposed to like kind of a vague 2-month window we had or something. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
100%. And that, I mean, despite whoever wants to misconstrue what I thought, that's exactly what I was saying. Was like, this was already due. So why not have it under controlled conditions? Why not have it if it's already inevitable and you see it in your spreadsheets and your top analysts are already telling you this is going to happen? Why not have it in a way where there's minimal damage to you? Why not? And that's why JP Morgan was already laying off people in March of 2019. Why was that? Why were they laying off people? Why was the repo market getting flooded? This shit was already going to happen. It was already going to happen. So everybody who thinks that it's because of COVID is a fucking moron. It's a fucking gullible cuck moron. Simple as that. They already knew it was going to happen. Like, it's not even me predicting anything. Like, I can't even take credit for predicting that there'll be a crash in 2020 because literally all the elite people were telling you it was going to happen already. People that I knew that were lib cuck morons, I would tell them it was going to happen, and they'd be like, "Oh, the economy's doing well." They're brain dead. Like, they read the New Yorker or read the New York Times, and like they have no brain cells to even process the words that they're reading. Right? They're morons. But the smarter people, right? It's obvious. Even the people in finance, the people who are like, pimping this whole system, they already knew it. They were saying this shit years ago. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even coming up with this shit. I'm taking it from people who already knew. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, I don't get why people were acting like, oh, this is crank shit. Like, why would there be a crash? It was already preordained. This shit was already supposed to happen.
Yep.
Right. I will say, to the extent that like there are states shut down that are like keeping people from being able to support themselves, because not everybody's getting this fucking insurance, right? That's a reasonable grievance with the shutdowns that is economic, right? And that is separate from a crash. Is the guy going, look, this entire shutdown, which most of us think is fucking bullshit now, is keeping me from making fucking rent now, right? And so like, fuck you, stop this charade. I don't want to. I mean, maybe I'm talking about something separate here, but I like it just not to like glance over that, because there are obviously economic effects of like the lockdown that are like specific to the lockdown, and so yeah, like I mean, just
they talk about excess deaths, and they're like, oh, the deaths from COVID, they may be inflating it, they may be padding it based off of an excess amount of people have died, and we're attributing to COVID, even if we don't know it's necessarily COVID, right? And they're saying there's excess deaths. People die from economic downturns. Like, people die from the 08 crash. Like, suicides go up. You remember when the right wing was all saying like, oh, these lockdowns are causing depression or whatever, and people were like, on the left were making fun of it, like, oh, you're depressed because you can't go to the nail salon. That's why you kill yourself. Like, oh, you deserve to kill yourself. This is the thing about excess deaths that they keep talking about. It's like definitive proof of why COVID is like, an anomaly compared to the flu or whatever. It's like, this is real shit. Like, people will die from this. And it won't just be from depression from not going to the nail salon. It's like, these are consequences of a crash. Like, I don't even know how to explain this. What am I supposed to say? Like, of course people are going to die from this shit. You know what I mean? Like, people will kill each other over money. They kill each other in the street. They kill each other over depression, isolation. What do I need to tell you? You know what I mean? Like, it should be obvious.
Right. Well, I mean, really, actually, that's problematic because people are really killing each other in the streets right now because of racism, which is the true issue right now. Yeah. So that's what we're focusing on. Yeah, I don't know. Lockdown's fucking gay. COVID's fucking stupid. Fuck all this. I mean, whatever.
Shootings are fucking stupid too.
Yeah, I mean, just You know,
It's all dumb.
fucking
Yeah, shootings are gay. Not that there's anything wrong with being gay.
yeah. Well, and
Sure.
unlike
shooting's
being gay, there is something wrong with shootings. If
Absolutely.
you're staring down a penis and you're like, I want to suck that, right? There's
Nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with that. If you're looking at somebody and you have a gun, you're looking at somebody down the sights of a fucking AR-15, fully stocked up red dot sight with a banana clip. If you're looking down the sights of that and you're like, should I shoot someone?
Recalibrate.
Yeah, no, exactly. I would take a step back. I would reevaluate because, Chief, that is
Hear
not
the situation.
yeah, no, shooting people's fucking gay, dude.
But get a fucking gun though.
Are we talking about
Yeah,
Kenosha?
in case you have to.
Yeah, yeah, no. I would also everyone should strap up.
Yeah, no,
are we talking about Kenosha?
that's definitely a topic of discussion.
Yeah, we can
Kenosha?
talk about Kenosha.
All right,
Do y'all
all
think
right.
charges get dropped, or do you think that he's actually going to charge with that shit and go to trial?
That all depends
Either or.
on how much the local government of that area has.
It doesn't
been, like,
matter.
totally
It doesn't
fucked.
matter. It doesn't matter. That's all it is.
Right. So like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter like in like the discourse capacity, but to like answer the very specific question Drew just asked me, that depends on just like how deep gone that
Are we-
area's like local government is.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe they'll let him go on self-defense. A lot of
I bet they
Yeah.
charge him, but he ends up walking still.
Yeah, same.
maybe they'll give him incel skull pass. Yeah, dude, your skull was just. You were
It's
gonna
just
do it
too
anyway.
soft. It's too soft.
Bro, I mean, oval shaped skull, it's always a red flag.
Oh my god.
Yeah, female shoulder to hip ratio.
We should have seen this coming, honestly.
Dude. Yo,
It's kind of crazy though. Like people been digging up his past shit, and he was like in like
He hit a
kid
woman.
cop programs. Yeah, and then they're like, "Yo, look at him beating this woman." Like, I don't know. He shot a dude, man. Like what? Like beating a woman worse? Like, I don't need to see that too. I don't like the guy.
yeah, you're seeing him beat a woman, and you're like, oh wow, he's my hero. I'm like, wow, I can't believe I'm wrong. Like,
I sent that to Minutes. I'm like, yo, hold up, this guy's not so bad after all.
exactly.
Oh my god.
But on the real, obviously, beating women is bad.
I'm gonna give a little bit of pushback on that.
Yeah, sure.
I was waiting
for it.
There were like some crazy things that happened this year, but like when that girl scammed all those guys on OnlyFans, I was like, man, all right, 2020 is off the rails now.
Yo,
I want off this wild ride. I don't know about you guys. I think sometimes I wonder if maybe this is just a simulation,
Yeah,
right?
War
And
with
I'm gonna
Iran.
wake up.
War with Iran. I sleep.
Simulation. Kayfabe? Kayfabe?
I think
Fabe.
maybe I'll wake up. Maybe I'll wake up and I'll have hit my head, and it'll be the 90s when it was all the culture I liked, and none of this will have happened.
No,
No.
not
Yeah,
happening for you, bud.
So how's the lib pandemic going in Florida, Fabi?
It's honestly, in Publix, it fucking sucks because you have the masks. But
Yo,
other
hold up.
than
You were
that-
gonna. What? Oh, never mind. I was just gonna ask you because you mentioned Publix, because Publix is my fucking favorite grocery store chain.
It's the shit. Everyone wears
Yes.
the mask. No one's getting COVID there. Wear a mask.
Wait, and really fast for anyone at home that's not familiar, when you say COVID, you're referring to the lib pandemic,
19?
correct?
19? The 19th version.
That is the lib pandemic virus.
The lib pandemic created by Bill Gates and co.
Yep.
Correct? Yeah.
Sickos.
Yes.
Oh, All right. So where did it originate? Some would say Egypt.
China.
Some would say Egypt. Some would say Egypt because the fucking
Jews.
Well, they were there, but things were happening. Things were happening in Egypt. Who knows about Egyptian history in here?
Are you credentialing? Are you fucking credentialing us?
Egypt, man?
Yo, you better not fucking be credentialing, yo.
Who here is an Egyptologian? Egyptologist.
COH is the closest thing we have.
I was just gonna say that's probably
COH is the best we got.
Yeah, I've read the Maxims.
But how is it like? So are people?
I think he's talking about the plagues and shit like that. This is a plague we're facing. It's the fucking end times.
So are people like social distancing or like what's it like on the beach? Like what's the vibe like about COVID?
I mean, it depends. It's red or blue. Where are you? Red or blue? Where are you? If you're blue, you're wearing a mask. If you're red, you're fucking. I don't need a fucking mask. Like, it's either or.
Base.
It's a base spectrum. It's fucking stupid. The scientists, they all have their money and the fucking. You know, they all have the money and the pot.
Jewish money, right?
The money.
Yeah,
They just have
Jewish
the
money.
And white supremacists. The money.
Lots of it really makes you think.
I want the followers out there. Research MK Ultra.
Look at allegedly Zoe on Twitter.
dude, I developed Neil deGrasse Tyson to Ted Kaczynski spectrum.
The pipeline, the pipeline. I fell down that pipeline.
Oh, it's a pipeline. Oh, pipeline. Interesting.
Absolutely.
I was thinking of it on a spectrum.
No,
Big spectrum.
It could be both.
Like a spectrum that just slides you from one end to the other slowly. You start on one end, you just everyone has a Ted Kaczynski inside of them. You just gotta work on finding it and connecting to them.
Yo, COH is on one right now. Wait, Drew, how's it at in Texas? Like, what's the deal in Texas? Because I've talked about how it is in Brooklyn, like on the pod. But what's it like in Texas? Like, what's the vibe?
So we have a pretty based governor, Greg Abbott. He wants to, have no masks and just let us do whatever we want. Nice. But at the local level in Texas, we have county judges, which I'm not sure if every state has their equivalent, but over here they're pretty strong in their authority. And I'm in Dallas County. So we have a lot of restrictions, like bars aren't open. You have to wear masks. It's been pretty decent lately, but in April and in May, it was pretty fucking awful in general. I'm sure across the country, but like no restaurants were open, no bars were open. The only things that were open were liquor stores and grocery stores. And
essentials.
What really sucks is like you can't even go to like rivers and stuff like that. Like I love floating the river in the summer and doing shit like that, but they won't let us do that. And I'm so sick of this shit. I remember when it was starting up, I think I only knew CRK at the time. I don't think I knew the rest of y'all. But I was super autistic about this shit. Like in January, I was like getting daily stats from China, like the confirmed cases and all that. I was making models. I was making these doomsday fucking threads. I was fucking going ham.
Yo, that was the shit. That was the shit because Drew he pinned this tweet, and there were. At the time, it was only like 13 faves. It was like, yo, this is what like prime Drew. Like, yo, I knew early. I was in on the ground floor. Like, I saw that shit, and he had the tweet where he's like, yo, this shit is about to like fuck up the whole planet. And I was like, I was like, what? I was like, just like, I didn't know what was going on about COVID. I had no idea about it. So I was just like, wait, what? Like, what the fuck is that? Really? Like, really? I thought you were tripping. And then it turned out it completely rearranged history. So you're totally right. I mean, that shit was crazy.
I was dramatic about first of all, I only had like 5 days worth of data from China when they made that. But I was dramatic about like nuclear codes and shit like that. But the one thing that I do want to
Dead man switch.
Well, yeah, the 10
A
minutes
small
was
detail.
activating. I do want to address the fact that I did correctly predict the economic depression coming from it in January. That's the only thing that I'll struck my dick about.
Absolutely.
I was wrong about a lot of things, but I did foresee that coming. And maybe that was because I was drunk as fuck and I was hungover making those threads, but I knew it was different at the time, purely because I was looking at the numbers that China was putting out there, and I'm pretty sure y'all are consistent. Y'all aren't Chinese apologists or anything like that, or CPC apologists, right?
Xenophobe?
I don't think so.
No, we're xenophobic.
I'm the closest thing to tanky, and I don't like China, so we're thinking good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just a tremendous racist.
Look, they have
Bro,
a good
it's a
heart.
vibe.
But they were putting these numbers out, and it wasn't like it was just they were adding 2,500 cases a day. And
Right,
I watched
right.
enough pandemic movies to know that that's not how that shit works. And that's why I was being all schizo out there. And what was funny is back then on Twitter, I was more I had more of my personal friends on there than I did like an online presence. I only had like 1,000 followers or something like that at the time. And I had pre-clout. I had a housewarming party in late February, like a month after that, and like 5 to 10 people like brought up that tweet. They were roasting my ass. They're saying that it's ridiculous because they came over to my place. They saw I had all these Germex bottles, all these masks, all this like fucking canned food, all this like packaged food, like a fucking like a Spur. Yeah, they're just roasting my ass. And ultimately, I'll give her. They were right. But for March to April, I had the biggest fucking boner in the world, telling all these motherfuckers I was right.
No, Drew, what do you think now that I remember your death prediction, like death number predictions, and like just now, like that we're a ways in, like what are your thoughts? Not just to be like, "Ha, you're fucking wrong," because like I was of the same mind, but just like I guess just like getting everybody's attention, like everybody's input of what we think a few months in now.
Yeah, so like after we're still living with it, I guess ultimately, but after considering it, ultimately I was wrong. I thought it was going to be way worse for adults and younger people, and it's really just an old people disease. I don't care what anyone says. I know someone dies every day who's like 30 to 40, but I was wrong. I'll just put that out there. I was 100% wrong. I do think it is being used against us in ways to demoralize us potentially. I think it's trying to. I don't think it's just a symptom of like isolation in the 21st century. I think it's by design at this point. They're trying to get us to be isolated.
Yep.
And I don't want to go full Alex Jones, but I think it's some form of, controlling the population, making sure that we don't revolt. I'm not saying I'd ever revolt because I don't think I'd ever.
And that's where the
something really
vaccine
happened.
comes into play.
Anyways, fuck revolting.
Yeah.
Back to the virus. It's real. They made it. It's orchestrated. Like, this is fucking reality. That's it. Like, it's probably real though.
Yeah. I'm definitely not like a COVID truther straight up, but
I mean,
like you make political hay when
there's
shit
different-
happens.
There's different COVID truthings though.
Right. I'm straight up saying like I don't think any of us are like are definitely gonna say that like it doesn't exist at all.
Right.
No, I'm not gonna say
Yeah.
it doesn't exist. I'm gonna say that I'm a
And
COVID truther for sure.
Yeah,
100%.
and I think that dude, I don't know. I was talking to my girlfriend the other
Let's
night,
look at
and
the numbers.
I was talking the other night, and I was just kind of like realizing like, oh fuck, like this is just a culture war issue, like almost 100% now, isn't it?
Wait, Slav,
Because-
you've not read the numbers and the stats though. You've not poured through the
100
analysis.
Oh, man.
80K dead on Trump's hands. Trump killed 180,000 people.
Wait, is
Trump
this? Are we
lied, people
talking?
died.
This is live right
Trump.
Are we talking about politics centering around data and statistics again?
Yeah.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
Have you poured through the data yourself?
Source? Could I get a source?
Did anyone saying that just like immediately looks like a big head scientist? Like they're just like
cool
magical. Yeah, no, dude. Like I remember in the beginning of all this, the big worry in my mind, and this seemed like the consensus, was that it was going to be way too much of a strain on like our infrastructure, and we didn't have enough hospital beds, and so just the
Flatten the
whole
curve.
Well, our whole exactly right. What the fuck? So our
You remember that
whole
trend?
thing-
You guys remember? Hey, everybody listening, you remember that fucking trend? Flatten the fucking curve. Flatten the. You remember that? Yeah, I remember
The
that.
curve's too,
Fucking
the curve's too
morons.
fucking thick. We gotta
And-
fucking
I like
flatten
thick
it. The curve's too
curves.
fucking thick. We
Yo,
gotta fucking
preach.
flatten the curve. We
And so
gotta
we're supposed
flatten that
to
shit.
and so we're supposed to like make sure like all right like our we don't have the capacity for it, we got to make sure we're all good. Well, like a bunch of hospitals in my area like sent back the fucking respirators or whatever the fuck they got sent. They didn't need the shit. They built out a fucking like a field hospital by my place at like a high school, right? And never fucking used it. Right? Nothing fucking happened. There's all these fucking Black Lives Matter protests in fucking Capitol Hill now, and there was fucking Chaz, right? Nothing fucking happened, right? Like,
Yo,
It's because
I don't
COVID is
know.
woke. COVID's woke though. It's only gonna get the bad guys.
It's straight up
I
like
just-
6 months from now, they'll just be like, no, it's God's will, and he wants the racists to die and no one else. Like,
ever
That's- I
when
mean,
this
he does.
when this pod started? This pod started like March. Was that February? March?
we started like
beginning.
right at the beginning of all of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like right when lockdowns kicked in. It was like
What
it
a
was like
year.
regular.
What a fucking year.
I was saying this shit since the first episode, since the jump. From the jump, I've been saying this fucking shit. I've been tweeting about this shit every fucking week, at least. At least
No, you tweet about it every
Bro.
day, dog. Every single fucking day for like
every other
90
day I
days.
tweet about this shit. Every other fucking day. Zero likes, 10 replies. Yo.
I'm tweeting it just lit pandemic in all caps.
People just be
Absolutely.
like, yo, I know someone who caught it. I know blah 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 blah. All this shit. All the fucking time. I got people were saying I was the fucking reactionary, I was fucking a crank, all this shit. Every single fucking day. I was fucking
I'm
right.
about this.
I was fucking right. I want this shit on wax, yo. I was fucking right. You stupid cocksuckers. You
Hell
stupid
yeah, dude.
fucking cocksuckers, yo.
Tell him.
Oh my god, yo. That shit makes me so fucking tight. Yo, I was fucking right. You can suck my fucking dick from the back, motherfucker. Lick my nuts. I was fucking right. Fucking bullshit.
Insert the gift of Donald Trump turning
With all the writing.
That's all I gotta say. I mean, I said this shit a million times. People asking me like, "Hey, what's your theory? Oh, what do you think?" You stupid fuck! I've been tweeting about this every other fucking day, yo. Scroll through my old tweets, you stupid fuck. I called this shit since March. Since March, I called this shit. I told you it was fucking exaggerated.
So, CRK, is that going to be a no for your endorsement of Americans for flattening the curve?
Yo, I remember that. I remember that hashtag going around. I remember every fucking lib on that shit. I remember. We all remember when they said masks don't make a difference. We all remember that, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We all remember that shit. Yeah, exactly. These fucking stupid fucking cocksuckers, yo. Oh my
Dude,
god.
They were saying that it was racist to wear a mask at the beginning. Those motherfuckers. They were
And now
saying
it's racist not to wear a mask.
Yeah, no, it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
Damned
It's
if you
all
do,
bullshit.
damned if you don't. Yo, to my Yakubian friends, like I'm sorry, yo, but damned if you do, damned if you don't, because like, you're racist either way.
We had it coming.
Oh yeah, that's facts.
6,000 years is up. It's been officially up for like 70 years.
I had a fucking today I was reminded that this year literally started off with the impeachment of Donald Trump. Like, can we
Wow.
do we remember
another lit
that?
pandemic.
Literally.
Holy shit. Dude,
Yeah, that was the
I
OG
did a
OG
recap.
lib pandemic.
I forgot
It
about
was.
that
It
shit.
was
Oh my
Russiagate, then
God.
impeachment,
Dude.
then COVID.
I remember.
And I remember
that.
Russiagate ate shit. Right, Mueller went up there and he's like a frail ass motherfucker, and he's like, "Oh well, I don't know. There's nothing conclusive." After these motherfuckers ran 2-hour specials on MSNBC about how he's a big cock motherfucker who's gonna fucking arrest Trump and he's gonna dick you down. He's a king, and this motherfucker can't even like make a full sentence, and he's fucking frail as fuck. That was their fucking hero. Motherfuckers in the DSA
Bro.
were telling me that Russiagate was serious.
Bro, I remember
I was like,
to-
"Yo, you're a fucking retard."
I
You're
remember.
a retard.
I remember like going onto like YouTube and seeing like Sam Cedar have these like 4-hour fucking shows just going through the whole report.
Yes.
And I tried it, right? I tried like 20 minutes just being like, what is this about?
Retard
right? Like
shit.
is this now you have the thing you're gonna like relay to me that it's gonna prove if you were full of shit or not. And it's just the most autistic information dump. And it's just like him and Michael Brooks rip, like
Rest
just sitting there, just fucking joyless. It was a whole pathetic fucking thing.
It's he was on MSNBC, Sam Cedar. This is MSNBC. Rachel Maddow
is on
every fucking night on some Glenn Beck shit with the whiteboard connecting shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even want to talk about it because it's beaten to death. It's beaten to death. But I'd like to emphasize the point that all these leftist motherfuckers, these socialist motherfuckers with hammer sickles in their names and part of the DSA, they believe that shit. A lot of these motherfuckers believe that shit. A good percentage of them believe that shit. And I debated with them. I remember that shit. I'm not going to let that shit go. Fucking retarded, yo. It is the most brain dead shit in the world. They were on a shit and they were on impeachment. Rashida Tlaib, right? AOC is dog shit, right? All these motherfuckers in the squad are dog shit. Her like branding was off of her being one of the first ones to be like for impeachment, right? That's her fucking claim to fame, right? Dog shit. Lib dog shit. I know motherfuckers in the DSA that were organizing like protests on like on the highway where it's like 8-10 people. And it's like, oh yeah, impeachment. We need to do impeachment. Impeachment is good. Chapo. I remember fucking Chapo were for impeachment. I remember that. I don't know about this. Oh, it seems like some lib shit. But they were for that. I remember when they were for that. These people are fucking libs. The left is full of fucking libs and they're cucks. They're fucking cucks. If you were for impeachment, you're fucking brain dead. You're fucking brain dead. Like who the fuck, yo?
Like reaction fish.
If it's not clear now in retrospect, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Like you know what I mean? Like
Trump got impeached, y'all.
I was working for like a super rad lib girl boss during this whole like impeachment debacle. And I swear to God, every single day she'd come in. Dude, did you see what they've done on the impeachment trial? Have you seen what Trump said? Did you see what Trump said? Every day I'm like, yo, fuck you. I'm not listening to that.
The lib cucks in my office, the Ukraine call, you know, they were like
dude,
almost
Lev
in
Parnas,
tears.
dude.
Yeah, Lev Parnas.
Friend of the show, Lev Parnas.
Yeah, real quick, like to the audience real quick, I was listening to NPR 2 years ago. There's room to grow. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, please do. Please do as soon as fucking as soon as fucking possible. Please do. Because I'm sick of this shit. Yo, and these same motherfuckers will be in my mentions, be like, oh, how can you say this about COVID? Oh, I know somebody, blah, blah, blah. Yo, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I don't give a fuck what the fuck. You stupid fucking morons, yo. This shit is a fucking hoax. Hoax. You know, you get what I mean? A fucking hoax. That's what it is, yo. I don't give a fuck who's triggered by this shit. Is a fucking hoax.
Hoax.
Yeah, hoax type shit. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yo, these stupid fucking cocksuckers in Park Slope, they're like sitting 6 feet apart from each other. They're wearing their masks. They're trying to let me know that they're good people. Oh, thank you. Thank you for fucking following the rules of this fucking shadow fucking pandemic, yo. Yo, these people, oh my God, man.
Dude. I remember the days when the impeachment was going on, and CRK, I think he had less followers than he did now, or definitely does. But he'd be posting during the fucking impeachment shit. He'd get like 4 likes. I'd be one of them every time. And there'd be like 20 fucking replies. Every fucking morning, I'd wake up to this shit, and there'd be 20 replies. He'd be calling people fucking idiots. He called them retards. It was the best shit in the world. I loved it. It was like fucking coffee for me. CRK gets on the timeline, and it energizes me. I wanted to ask you about the CRK, and I was going to DM you, but I think it's more appropriate on the podcast. So when you post, do you just go off the dome? Do you just like stream of consciousness, just post your thoughts? Do you revise it? Or do you just like, is it all unfiltered? You just post it out there?
The ones that are more like wordy, that take up the max characters and are like, you know, super specific. those are the ones that I've like probably revised a little bit. The ones that are just like, oh, you fucking retard, just like snapping or whatever. Like that's like me. I'm not thinking about it. I'm just like, you people are fucking retard. Like me right now in this pod, I'm not articulating the reasons that well. I'm sure if somebody's listening to this and never seen my tweets, they won't know what my arguments are. But like, I mean, you know, at this point, I don't even need to make the argument. That's the thing. That's the beautiful thing about it right now. I don't even need to make the argument. Most people know COVID is bullshit right now.
Yeah.
Most fucking people already know it. I don't even need to make an argument anymore. I don't even need to be like, yo, they're padding the stats. This is cover for the crash. They're using it to suppress global unrest. Blah, blah. I don't even need to say that shit. Everybody already knows. The only people who still care are fucking libs. It's the only people who care. So I don't even need to say shit. You know what I mean? I just wait and then I'm right. You know what I mean? I don't even need to say shit anymore. It's easy. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, all those people who like, you know, were racial me or like calling me a crank or whatever, like, yo, that shit, man. I go back to all of them. I'm petty. Every single one of those motherfuckers I go back to. I'm like, yo, you remember this shit? You talking cash shit? You remember that? Yeah. What now? You know what I mean? Like, it's easy.
You'll see like screenshots from CRK tweets like 3 months ago when he's right about something. I know that you. What's your folder like on your phone? Do you have screenshots of all the motherfuckers calling you out?
It's a big lib pandemic hard drive.
And he just links them back on Twitter in a thread like a month later, just tweeting him himself, just putting him in a line. Just like, look, motherfuckers, look.
It's like a QAnon just data drop. You just have like a zip file full of all of these times. You're right. You post it like at a certain hour on 8chan.
Oh my god!
I need to shut up.
Yeah,
Sorry,
we need that. We need that
on.
CRK manifesto soon.
Yeah. Is that fatwa against white women still going on? Fatwa? How the fuck you say that?
Did you see the recent Karen video?
What's
the bowling one?
I think she had the bowling one.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see this.
I saw that.
Oh, you're better off for it.
I mean, they're all just horrible, right?
Look, there's a lib pandemic, but there's a real pandemic going on, and I feel like nobody's talking about it. These Karens are out of control.
She was like mad at the guy next to him for like bowling at a kid. He was bowling at the same time she was, something like that. But then there's like there's videos of her on her TikTok like bragging about going viral. This is the thing that I took from that is that none of this shit is real. Everybody's doing this for clout. And what was that kid who like that black guy who fucking was snapping at that woman and getting her like her license plate?
Right.
I was like, oh, you cut me off, Karen, blah, blah, blah. I was like trying to make her, and he's like all concerned about like marketing. Like his job is marketing.
He like literally like sold a bunch of like branded sweatshirts that said like calm down, Karen, or something. Like
exactly.
Just like dystopian shit.
Yeah. And you know, like Ghoulie was saying in the chat, she was like, yo, like everything feels fake. That's because everybody's doing this shit just to, you know, nobody has any convictions. These people aren't even mad about this shit.
It's like a Mexican stand. Like we're all just like pointing guns at each other, right?
Right.
And like the only thing that we can kind of do besides just ending each other is like maybe hope to like swindle a little bit of money out of each other before that happens to us, right?
Yeah,
like before it's your time, right? the old grift. That guy, fucking.
He's from Seattle.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude, fucking.
Yeah, just like Slob.
Oh shit!
Fucking sickos up there.
Silicon Valley sickos. None of these people have any.
Yeah, just absolute fucking scumbag.
They don't care about anything.
Well, and there were all those videos of him apparently like doing this to just like a lot of different people.
Exactly.
Like very frequently.
Just gotta find the one that sticks.
Right. And just like it's like the new version of like an insurance scam, right? Like just like taking a dive in front of a car sort of thing, except this time you're just yeah, man, fuck these people. Just absolute fucking scumbags.
Well, it's like the Jesse Smollett without having to actually like fake any type of anything. You can just like say, "Oh, this person did that thing. Now everyone do your thing."
Jesse Juicy Smollett is like the cathedral version, and this is like the pure neoliberal version. You know what I mean? Like Like this guy, his little personal brand. Everyone's a little entrepreneur, right? And he's a little entrepreneur of just like of just fucking with women until they just have like breakdowns on camera and just like accusing them of being racists.
And you know,
the real misogynist we need to worry about, if we're going to be honest.
And to be really real, you know, I'm around Brooklyn and like there's people selling these like BLM shirts and like say her name, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd. They're selling these T-shirts, and you know, what other way could you interpret that? You know what I mean? It's
I've seen dudes selling sweatpants that say ACAB down the side of the leg.
Dude, yeah. I mean, you know, what needs to be said? What the fuck needs to be said? You know what I mean? This shit is all just capitalist shit. That's all it is. It's all just liberal bullshit. You know what I mean? And these people think that they're making a difference or they're pushing back against something, and in fact, they're enabling it. In fact, they're perpetuating it. They're the fuel in the engine. So I mean, it's just. I mean, I don't even know what you say to these people. I don't even know what you say to them.
I mean, it's interesting because some people in like NRX circles, just because these are the people that are reacting to a lot of this stuff, right? Like people on the right, in a lot of circles, they like really advocate for just don't react, like specifically central to this stuff, just like stop engaging, stop reacting. And like, I think that's like, I don't know. I mean, you know, you can't really like prescribe that to everybody because people are going to get all riled up by it. But like, it is just interesting you said that because the reaction is absolutely part of it. And like I don't know, the idea that you could just take that away from it and just like, no, I'm just not going to acknowledge this anymore is a nice thought.
Well, the whole say his name, say her name, all that individualizing shit. Oh, he was a stand-up person in the community. You know, when I hear that shit, I hear the same shit as when the right wingers are like, oh, he did heroin. Oh, he sold drugs, blah blah. He abused his what? I hear the same shit. Why are you fucking trying to deify?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Right. I don't give a fuck what he did. I don't give a fuck if he was a bad person or a good person. It has nothing to fucking do with it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain this shit. I mean, I don't know. But that's how I view it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck what he did. I don't. The people deifying him are as fucking retarded as the people trying to vilify him. Fucking retarded. Who gives a fuck what he did? It's not about him. It's not about his name.
Yo, real quick, would this be the good time to take the intermission before we dive into the shit?
Well,
the shooting's bullshit. That's all I know, regardless of how Alex Jones feels about it.
No, I completely disagree. I think that race war is the key. I think that's how we're gonna fix everything. I think if we have a race war, I think we'll fix all the problems, and I think we'll get rid of the bad guys, and I think things will go back to the way they were, whatever that means.
CRK, is this a pivot?
Yeah, no,
I don't know if it is because I've been called a Nazi, so I don't know if that's a pivot.
I think it's fair to say, CRK. I think it's fair to say, if anyone's been listening to the show, we're pretty consistently pro race war. And just pro, you know, let's just not focus on, you know, the elites or anything like that. And if we can just have poor people fighting each other, committing horrible acts of violence, that's probably the best case scenario.
We get my views. Like I don't get why they're confused about it. I've been saying the same thing from the beginning. There needs to be a race war. It's the only way that we're going to get any resolution and any way that this is going to resolve in a way that benefits the most people.
Well, it's just common sense.
Yeah, I've been saying this shit from the jump. I don't know why I have to.
I thought it had been like really fucking clear.
I thought that too, but apparently people were confused.
You know what? That's my bad. I'm gonna acknowledge my privilege. Clearly, I'm coming at this from the wrong perspective, and that's on me.
Oh yeah.
I will hashtag do better. I promise.
Yeah, I mean, anything else besides that is fucking retarded. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, you know, I mean, it's retarded, and not only that, but like, I don't know what to tell you because there's one thing that's going to happen. I mean, there's going to be that. So it doesn't really matter what you envision or what you think is better. It's going to go one way.
The Happening? That's what it's called, right?
Exactly. I don't know what you're talking about, but exactly.
Have you seen that movie? Have you guys seen that movie?
Yeah,
That's Mark Wahlberg freaking out because the fucking trees are killing people.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Yeah, he like someone lays down in front of like a type of.
Have you guys seen?
That's okay.
Have you guys seen the scene where the guy gets like eaten by a lion in that movie? Because it like fucking rocks, dude. Like it just like this guy just because the spores of these trees, the pollen of these trees makes people go crazy, and so like Google The Happening like lion. Right?
Yeah,
and it's like this guy just like walks into the enclosure and they have like it looks like practical effects, like a fake arm. Like the lion just like walks, like rips his arm. It's just fucking weird, dude. It's so weird. Shyamalan is like all like a classic cinema guy, right? And so like he walks this line because he's really just a retard. He walks this line of like having things kind of try to look like some kind of Orson Welles shit, but because it was like mid 2000s, it just looks like it's just deranged and bad. Well, no, The Happening was like 2010. I don't know. I don't know why we're talking about The Happening. But
Marky Mark.
Because we were talking about CRK being a Nazi.
If I was the lead actor of The Happening, things would have gone a little differently. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, definitely. That's not under my watch.
Yeah, if I was the one in Kenosha that night, things would have gone a little differently. I can tell you that much. Dude, it's not even funny. Kyle, whatever his name is, fucking Nazi man, little fucking Nazi man. If it came to in a self-defense situation, it's not even funny how quickly I would take him in the fucking octagon, and I want you guys to fucking know that. Okay.
All right, let's look at this.
Kenosha maybe would have gone a little different.
Let's look at this.
I could have taken him.
Dude, my girl knows I've been on the ground with our fucking pillows every night practicing, throwing my fucking elbows, dude. When just voice box. So
yeah, I think that's the key takeaway is whether you would have fucked up Kyle or not. And I think I would have. I would have
definitely charged him with a skateboard.
That's such a good bit. That is such a good bit.
It's not a bit. It's my life. It's what I actually believe.
This is real.
My ass.
Those other guys that got like their like biceps just like completely like turned into like a pink mist. Like that sucks and everything, but I'm different, and I would have done it differently.
Except for not done that.
See,
so it learned to swing a fucking skateboard, you fucking dirty hippies.
Yeah, I would have stopped him in his tracks.
My ass would have been at home. I don't know what you're wild about. Like, if some LARPer shit was popping,
I'm not wiling about anything. I'm dead serious. I've never joked on this show in my life.
I would have been jerking off at home, not at the protest.
I would have been like, Antifa's here.
Antifa,
Trump, MAGA heads are here. Yeah.
No, okay. I want you all to listen up. If you know anybody, for every listener, if you know anybody, especially your loved ones, go to them and encourage them to go to these events as much as possible. As much as possible. If you know someone on the right, all the better. If you know people on the left, encourage them to go. It's important. They have to go. And I want them at the front of that line.
Absolutely.
I mean, depending on where you're looking at it from, this is we're either say like this is the election to end all elections, and your enemy literally wants to destroy your way of life. You need to go to these things.
Absolutely. Thank you for saying that. I think that really needed to be said because I don't think
that resonated.
I got some pushback.
Oh fuck! The holy hand grenade.
Like I prefer not see my friends die in a pseudo racehorse. So like that's my pushback. Really.
Number one, fuck that shit.
I don't need that drama. I'm not trying to get paralyzed. I'm not trying to get shot. I'm not trying to get duffed over some dumb shit like a fucking convenience store that's already boarded up.
Rubber bullet balls. rubber.
Yeah.
What is that? Rubber bullets.
Tear gas.
I think the technical term is rubber bullet balls.
Yeah, I'm one skateboard hit from my back is shattering to pieces.
First of all, like,
But again, to the listeners at
Yo,
home, absolutely go to as
whoa.
many of these events as you possibly can. If you're a Second Amendment guy, now's the time. This is a good idea.
Do it.
This
do
is
it.
a good idea.
the
Are we
best
gonna
thing you can
make-
do is cross
Are
the
we
state
making?
line.
Are we making the Patreon?
There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that at all.
There's
Nothing wrong with that at all.
There's nothing wrong with having
Also-
a Patreon.
Hit me up on my Venmo at Slav Thoughts, and get on our Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think is super important that Slav said that. Like, I think that's the number one takeaway I think people should take away from this is like, if you think like, yo, there's the rise of fascism and these people are going to kill you, it's
been here.
extremely, yo, the number one priority is that you go out there and you put your lives on the line and you put your bodies at risk to stop it.
Mhm.
It's the most important thing. I mean, I've said this all the time. I mean, people don't, you might have trouble finding the tweets, but I've been saying it all the time. Is
Should have
you
been.
need to put your body on the line to stop fascism. You really have to.
Sucks, kids.
I
Remember
want to talk to all of our affluent white female liberal listeners, of whom I know I have on good
Bella.
authority. There's a lot of them.
Bella.
Okay,
Hey, Bella, what up?
It's kind of- I'm gonna say, listen,
She's
listen,
gonna skip
Cindy.
over the whole thing.
No, hey, you listen, Cindy, or Rebecca, or Lindsay. I don't give a fuck. Okay. Do you want to go to the fucking cookout next weekend? Do you want to fucking go? Because you gotta want it. And you're not getting that fucking invite unless
Facts.
you're getting fucking bear mace.
Facts.
Okay, you're getting bear mace. You're getting pistol whipped by some fucking wig nat. That's just the way it is. I'm not happy about it. Okay, my kid doesn't have his fucking eye anymore, but this is what we're doing. Okay, so Congress isn't in session, but this is what you're doing. We all have our fucking crosses to bear. And also, if you're like an isolated white male, you should absolutely go to these things.
Absolutely. I've been trying to say, if you want to stop these riots, it depends
Just
on
go
you.
to them.
The only
Go
way
to them.
these
the
riots
riots.
can stop is if you stop them. You personally need to stop
The riot there.
Yeah.
Personally,
Yeah.
need to stop them. You need to strap up. You need to go out there, do as Kyle did. He's 17 and he's young, but he had the right idea. And if you really want to stop them, like really want them to like not happen anymore, like structurally across the city, across the country, you need to do what Kyle did. You have to do that. So you know what I mean? Like you guys need to get out there, take your arms, go out there, do that shit. It's the only way this shit is gonna stop. If you guys
Strap
go
up.
out there and kill each other, it's the only way that's gonna
Wrapping up
stop.
a disclaimer tweet right now.
Just because we bumped it to the level of straight up just saying kill each other, I'll just do the thing where I go, this is sarcasm, and the official. Yeah, I'm absolutely code switching to my white man voice. That this is satire. We're doing a bit, and the official Fed Post stance is do not go to these protests. Do not encourage anyone you care about to go to these protests.
Absolutely.
It is a really bad idea. And even outside of
LARP.
just our usual critique, which is that I mean, the LARP shit, like whatever, that's like a fun like internet meme we're like saying about it, but like in a much more immediate and meaningful way, people you care about will be hurt unnecessarily. And it is a very bad idea. And I don't want anyone to get hurt that listens to this show because we love our fans. But like, don't go to this. Nothing will fucking come of it that's any good whatsoever to your life.
Absolutely.
Don't fucking do it. And encourage your friends to stay the fuck away from these.
Absolutely. That is perfectly articulated. 100% the Fed Post official stance. The CRK stance is I want you motherfuckers to go out there and blow each other's brains out. I'm dead serious. I want you people to do that.
In Minecraft. That's all you gotta do.
In Minecraft.
Whatever you said. Whatever you said. Yeah.
On Call of Duty.
Yeah, whatever they said. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, this is why we never got on Apple.
Oh no.
That's a good ending.
Is that it?
That's
yeah,
good.
it's a
That's good.
quick call to violence at the end.
Yeah, end strong.
Call to arms.
Yeah, and strong.
Well, boys, it was a good one. It was
Yeah,
strong.
thanks, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, what about staying and having conversations offline?
I'm chilling. I'm not going to bed right now.
I'm gonna hop off. I'm pretty tired.
I'm booing off.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I gotta
hop
catch
off
some
as well
food.
to throw a movie
All
on.
right.
I'm not.
Yo,
Thanks,
maybe
y'all.
we can hang out in the future sometime as a group. Oh.
Peace out.
Yeah,
All right, boys.
see you guys.
Later.